Alright guys, what's up? This is the highly anticipated Shaddoll or Trap Shaddoll deck profile that you guys have been asking for. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of requests on Twitch, on YouTube. Man, I've been getting PMs about it. And here it is, guys. Sorry for taking a while to put this up. I just had a lot of other videos that were coming along, and I was just super busy this week. But today, we're finally going to showcase you guys the deck profile. I do have one proxy in here, so do forgive me. I generally try not to proxy things, but I do have one proxy because I oversold. I do that a lot, actually, lol. But today, we're going to be walking you guys through that Trap Shaddoll deck profile that I went 8-0 with, man, against, like, meta. I 2-0'd, like, Dragon Link, 2-0'd Infernobles, 2-0'd Dinosaurs, and then I 2-0'd my boy, the Glue. But, you know, if you guys haven't watched this deck profile already, go check that out. I'll have that linked up in the description box below. But I guess without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. But before we do, I guess I do shoutouts time. So we're gonna shout out Amanda LaPalm for this amazing playmat, amazing field center that comes with the playmat, and yeah, man, she makes really awesome art products, and I'm glad to be playing on them. And then second, shout out to my boy Lucas, who got me some foreign Shaddoll cards. These are French. And I am a huge fan of that language. So, shout out to him. And yeah, we're going to get right into the video. So, I'm going to start off with the main deck. And I'm going to show you what I play for the main deck choices. We have Triple Wendy. Wendy's like one of the best ones. She tutors out any other ones. So, she's like really strong. And you have to max her out because she's a different attribute Altergeist. So I feel like I don't really need to explain her, but just in case someone is new to the game or new to Shaddolls, I'll like explain it. And so that's why she's important to play at 3. She's a different attribute Shaddoll, which means she's not a dark. She's special summoned from the deck, so she tutors out any Shaddolls you need. And she plays around there can only be one because she's a psychic monster. You play triple Squamata because Squamata gets you access to any Shaddoll as well. So this, you want to max out cards that are like toolbox. So, yeah. Did I just say Altergeist, guys? I'm pretty sure I just said Altergeist. Yo. Yo, big question mark. We'll throw that meme. I'm sorry. It's a different attribute Shaddoll monster. So, dude. Anyways, Multi-Faker is my favorite Shaddoll card, guys. Anyways, 2 Shaddoll Beasts. Draw 1 is good, and being able to tribute summon is kind of nice. 2 Shaddoll Hedgehog. This gets you any Shaddoll monster as well. I think 2 is all you need, but it's nice because it lets you get spell cards if you can get them, or trap cards. 2 Ariel. I actually play 2. It's unconventional. A lot of people play 1. I like 2 of Ariel because she can like constantly banish. She can constantly banish opponent's graveyard, and a lot of decks in today's metagame are essentially graveyard reliant. So against Dinos, like the way I 2-0'd that match is I just like he went like miss. And then I automatically went Construct F, send Ariel F, banishes miss. Also, like, for example, like, Schism, like, can, like, get you access to like, the Construct, or, like, El Shaddoll, so it's really easy. And then that's why I really like it. She's also a different name, or different attribute Shaddoll monster, so that's important. The other cool thing about her is that she can reborn and banish, like, Shaddoll cards. So, like, the cool thing about Ariel is, like, sometimes I would banish my own cards in the graveyard just because I know I would recur back with Ariel. 1 Falco. Probably going to cut this card. Dragon. I want to bump this card to 2. It's, like, a really good utility at, like, popping back row. And also, like, its set effect is really good. It can, like, bounce any card on the field, so that's really nice. Triple Shaddoll Fusion because we're a fusion deck. Triple L because fusion deck. We played 1 and 1 of the trap. Sometimes I want a second one of this, but I think 1 is fine if you manage it really well. And then Schism. It's the most broken card in the deck, to be honest. You only play it at 1 because you can keep looping it. If they Cosmic Cyclone, it definitely hurts. So you might play 2 just for the Cosmic Cyclone if that becomes more relevant. But everyone's playing Lightning Storm right now. Foolish Burial. I mean, any Shaddoll you want, so why not? Triple Nib, light monster, and it's like it gives you a body. It gives you a light body, and it's a light hand trap. So it's just insane. Ash, because it's overall generic against everything, and you want some cards that are generic against everything because you're playing like a rogue deck. So Ash is really good against Pill. It's good against Miss second effect. It's good against Baby effect in the grave. So like Miss is very versatile against dinos, which is definitely one of the harder matchups for this deck. Ash is also really good against like a lot of the other decks, such as Red Eyes Turbo decks or like the Dragoon Turbo deck. It just helps you against like those rogue matchups, and that's why Ash is really good. Even though it's not light, if Ash was light, it would just be the most. It would be even crazier than it already is because it would be a chaos hand trap. You have Ghost Ogre, which I think is actually better than Valor. That's why I don't play Valor. The main reason being that, for example, against Dragon Link, when you Ogre their Romulus, a lot of people in playing Dragon Link are cutting Dragon Ravine, so they actually search a brick, and then they need to make Hulk. So if you have Ogre and Ash, you can actually like stop their turn, which is really nice. It's also a light hand trap, which is important. It's a psychic hand trap, which is important. You might be thinking, why? Because Ghost Ogre is actually searchable with Lambda. So that's like one of the reasons. So Ogre is like really, really strong. It's also good against like the Numeron glue decks. So like against glue decks, you just Ogre them. Against Striker, you Ogre the multi-roll. Like it just has really good like uses, and it's more versatile. Gamma, I mean, not much to say. It's a light hand trap that gives you a light body. And with Lambda, I've Gammaed someone like twice before. Once on my turn, and then once again on my turn with Lambda. And yeah, you just get blown out. So Lambda's like Gamma's really insane. Double, and the last two monsters is the clown package. The clown package is really, really strong. The main reason being that they're like extra bodies and extra light materials. For the trap cards, because this is a trap Shaddolls. Triple Torrential because it triggers Shaddolls. Triple Sinister Shadow Game because it triggers Shaddolls and it makes your Shaddoll cards or set Shaddoll monsters basically interruptions. So like if you set a dragon, it becomes a bounce. If you set a Squamata, it becomes a pop. So that's really, really good. And then 3 Dino Mish because they also trigger Shaddolls. For the extra deck, we play Triple Construct because Construct is Bay. You play Double Winda. You play Apollonia. So that's like the ratio I chose. And then for the links, my link 4 is gonna be Appaloosa and Access. So I guess just to stop here, the three construct is really strong because with Schism you run out of extra deck a lot. And then for Winda is really, really strong. The reason you want 2 is because you want to be able to, like, the goal that you want to do is against combo decks, they can maybe out one Winda, but they might not be able to out the second Winda. And so you want to always have a second one all the time. So the second way to get the other one is with Reshadol or use Elf Fusion to the second one. That's why you play 2. One Apollonia is all you need. There's Appaloosa and Access for my link 4s. Appaloosa is I'll show you a 2-card combo, or like technically it's like, I guess it's 3 cards because you need El Shaddoll and like 2 monsters in your hand, but it gets you access to Appaloosa and as well as your full board. There's access code because it wins you so many games. Celine. It can bring back Apollonia, which is really strong. It can bring back Winda, which is really strong. It can bring back your Shaddoll monsters for you to fusion something with. This card is really good. You get a lot of spells easily. It's not too bad. Unicorn, because as you're climbing up from cross shape, you want to have this. Also because of IP. So my link 2s are IP, Lambda, cross shape, Shaddoll construct, the link, and then gravity controller for the link 1. So IP is really good when you have to make a unicorn that can't be destroyed by card effects to bait out like a Doka or something like that. And that's why IP is really good. Also, it serves as an extra interruption on your opponent's turn, especially with Schism. Lambda is really good. So just to clarify, you can only add a Psy-Frame card from your deck if a Psychic monster is banished. You can't just search a Psychic monster. But like for some reason, if you so like some of the turns that I play is I would leave a cross sheep, I would Schism, then I'll summon back an ogre, or like you can summon back like any card really. You can summon back any level 4 or lower off of Cross Sheep, so that's really strong. And you can like either banish an ogre face up or banish Wendy from your field face up, and that triggers Lambda if Lambda is also face up. So that's like the only interaction where like Lambda is kind of nice. It can search you like Cypher cards, but it triggers. It's a fact that it can banish like monsters. That's relevant, I guess. And then gravity controller because you make a link one in the extra monster zone a lot. But yeah, guys, definitely a misstep. You can't search any second monster with Lambda. Shout out to the chat. For the side, one trap trick. Reason being, I play the artifact package. And then I play one Lancia, one Scythe. I honestly think about it. I kind of want to bump Lancia to 3 just because it's really good against dinos. And you kind of want to have triple Lancia going second against dinos instead of just one for going first. Because going first against dinos, it's like definitely rough. But I guess it's better to have it first and second. So I guess you want to have more copies of this. So I'll probably cut the trap trick and then play more of this. And then this is the proxy. 2 super poly, and then the 3rd super poly is here. Except, yeah, I just sold an extra super poly, so I don't have one. So yeah. Yeah, the only thing is also Lancia and Scythe are light monsters, so that's kind of helpful. Like when you Scythe them, you can then make construct on their turn and win. Harpy Feather Duster and then triple Lightning Storm. The Lightning Storm should definitely be Cosmics, I believe. I think it's just better for the mirror, or like any Dogmatica mirror. Dogmatica matchup where they like send App Colone and they try to like use App Colone. You kind of want to you want to Cosmic their Schism as soon as possible, and that wins you the game. And then 2 Imperm, for hand traps against combo. So that's pretty much it, guys, for the deck profile. Yeah, overall, I think this deck performed really well. Like, I really like how this works. It's like certain interactions, such as like Torrential, is like insane. Like, I think this card won me like so many games by itself because no one expects it. The pros of like the Trap Shaddoll variant is that your opponents don't expect Torrential. They don't expect cards like Dino Mischief, right? Like, these are cards that like aren't expected in the metagame because everyone understands the metagame really well, but no one really understands the rogue strategies that well because you're playing a deck that people may be familiar with like the main engine, but they aren't familiar with what text you're playing or anything like that because it's not mainstream, right? So you have a lot of advantage and you have a lot of like surprises, right? And like this card is like a crazy bomb card. Same thing with Dino Mischief and same thing with Sinister Shadow Game. I need to get ultras, by the way, guys. So wink, wink. So yeah, these cards are just like absolutely like insane. Like I really like those cards. And now I guess we're gonna jump right into a combo video or combo tutorial. So we're gonna get. I guess this would be the easiest way to do it. I feel like it's either Hedgehog or Wendy gets you there. I'm pretty sure. So I'll show you both of these. Yeah, either Hedgehog or Wendy, they both get you there. But you have to draw specifically Hedgehog or Wendy, and then like have a Trick Clown or like an extra extender. Like technically Foolish can get you this too. But this is like a combo that you can like do. So you can activate like Shaddoll Fusion. I guess we'll do it with Hedgehog because it's not as intuitive. We'll use these two into a construct. We'll go Chainlink 1 construct, Chainlink 2 Hedgehog, and Chainlink 3 Trick Clown to chain block. And then Hedgehog will search us. If I can find it, it'll search us Ariel. Then construct will dump the rest of it all. You'll use both of these to make the cross sheep. You'll set your Ariel because you haven't normal summon or set yet. You'll use Shaddoll to banish the construct and the rush. You flip this up, use this effect to summon back construct. Then, because you summon to a cross sheep zone, you can trigger cross sheep and construct. I personally like to do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. I also should have added this back. But I like to do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 just because I don't want cross sheep to get ogred. But if construct gets ogred, it's not bad because you can just send a card you want. So in here, like you would go Chilling Wind Cross Sheep to prevent Cross Sheep from getting ogred. So in this case, I would send. It just depends what you want. I always like to get Schism here, especially if you don't have like any other Shaddoll cards. And then Cross Sheep will bring back. You can actually bring back Hedgehog. I like to bring back Hedgehog here. The main reason why is because you can actually keep using Construct. So I'll show you what I mean here. You can turn both of these into a Shaddoll Construct the Link. You can then use this effect to Fusion Summon now. Depending on what's in your hand, you can like do some stuff. But assuming we have nothing else, we can use these two to make another construct. So the idea is we're just looping constructs infinite times. And whenever we get Nibiru or anything like that, it actually doesn't hurt us because they give us a light monster. So like it's actually okay. And like we still get all of our constructs effects. So it's like not the worst. But anyways, from here we'll go Chailing 1 construct, Chailing 2 construct, which adds back the Schism in our graveyard, and then construct dumps another card to the grave. The construct at this point in time can add you a bunch of cards. I will probably add back the L like dump the L. And then from here you can activate Shaddoll construct in grave, send the construct on the field to the graveyard, and then use construct effect again to add back the L. So like you basically got access to all 3 traps. But if you played a second Resh, you'll probably get the second Resh, and that would be like a lot better. But if you have a Shaddoll card in hand, you can send it so you can keep this on the field. The other thing is, if you start off your combo with Wendy, it's technically better. And I'll show you what I mean. So if you start off the combo with Wendy, it's slightly better. But anyways, we looped construct like I think like 3, 4, 5 times. I lost count. But from here you can like use these two for the Appaloosa, and so you get 2 materials on it. You can technically get 3 if you didn't go this route, but it just depends like how like what your hand is. So like you use 3 cards, but you get 3 cards back, so it's like not the worst thing ever. But if you start off with Wendy, I'll show you. If you start off with Wendy, it's technically a little better. I'll show you what I mean. So we're gonna go activate Shaddoll Fusion. Use these 2. Make construct. 1, 2, and then 3. Wendy's gonna set the aerial, and then construct is gonna dump Resh. Then we're gonna use these 2. Make sheep. Yeah, this saves our normal summon too, which is kind of important. But it's just like you just want to know that if you draw the hedgehog, you can like also do that combo. That's why. Also, like of course, if you draw Squamata, you can also do the same combo instead of drawing Wendy because Squamata gets you Wendy. So technically, like it's not like impossible to see. Like you have 3 of the fusion spell, 6 of the fusion spell, and then you have 8 ways to combo. So like if you draw like Squamata or Wendy, and then from here you can then banish, flip, bring this back, FF, or Chainlink 1 Cross Sheep, Chainlink 2 construct, and then from here you can dump the Schism, and then Cross Sheep can bring you back Wendy. And like I said, like you can literally go into 3 materials like right here, or like right here. Yeah, you can literally go like 3 materials right now. But well, we're gonna do the cool combo, the cool kids combo. I mean, either way, it works regardless. Go make construct. Oh, we're supposed to add this back, by the way. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting. Construct F to fusion summon. Make another one. You go Chainlink 1 construct, Chainlink 2 construct, add this back. And then this construct will now dump. Instead of dumping the other cards, like the other fusion spell before, you actually would dump Hedgehog this time. And then use Hedgehog effect to add you either a Squamata or like anything else. But like you can actually just get Beast or get a free draw. But I'll just get Squamata. You can then use construct effect in the graveyard to dump the Squamata from your hand to summon the construct. And then you can trigger the Squamata now. This can actually send the L. So you send L Shaddoll Fusion at this point, and then you can like legit just do this, this, and this into Appaloosa for 3, and you add back El Shaddoll. So like in all, like you have this, which is like not bad because you still get the Schism, and you have El Shaddoll, and then you have a Shaddoll Fusion as a follow up play. If they like try to make link plays and like push back. So this is like some of the boards you can do with that hand. I mean, there's some other things you can like some cool plays you can do with this deck. For example, Reshadol, I kind of want to bump to 2 for like for example this reason. I remember there was a game I was playing against like a Mind player. I had Construct right here, and then I made Construct, and then I had this in the graveyard. So I had like no out, right? And then all of a sudden I top deck a Lightning Storm. And I'm like, yo, like, what can I do to like out his back row, right? Like, what can I do? So I go Reshadol F, banish. I book my own Construct, and then because all I control are set monsters, I activate Lightning Storm and I blow him out. I blew his whole back row, then I kill him that same turn. So like there's some like cool interactions like that makes this deck like a very high ceiling deck, but it's very, very fun. Like I genuinely I really enjoy Shaddolls. Like it's like one of my favorite decks of like all time. So there's that. Yeah, the other cool play that you can do is that's like the majority of the plays that you can do. Yeah. So, yep, there's that. But if you guys want the Dogmatika Shaddoll version, let me know in the comment section below. I guess like in terms of the pros and cons, the pros of like the trap deck is like they don't really know what to expect with the trap cards such as Torrential, Dino Mischief. But with like the Dogmatika engine, it's very it's very much known. Like they know you got Punishment, they know you have Ecclesia, they know you have Fleur de Lis, and like I guess at that point in time, it doesn't really matter if they know what you have because if they still lose, they still lose. But I think the Dogmatika engine, which I've been testing for the past couple of days, is also really, really good. Yeah, so guys, if you guys want the Dogmatika Shaddoll variant, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in into this deck profile. I've been testing the Dogmatika variant as well, like pure Shaddolls Dogmatika, or just Dogmatika Shaddolls with no Invoke cards. And that's also been like a really fun experience. I figured that the Trap Shaddoll variant would be really nice, especially for those that are more on a budget. The reason being that, I mean, I know like there's Lightning Storms, but they can replace by Cosmics. I know there's Imperm, but they can be replaced with Veilers. Super Paul is really cheap. Sanctum's really cheap. Scythe and Scythe, or Lancia and Scythe are really cheap. And like nothing in my main deck is really that expensive. And so it's essentially the fact that these variants are like the trap variant is really good for like new players entering the game, players that like want a cheaper variant. But if you decide to like ball out, I definitely do think that the Dogmatika engine is definitely very good supplement to what the Shaddoll deck can inherently do. And if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let me know your favorite part about this this video. As always, guys, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.